What if the healthiest snack in your pantry was secretly the most dangerous thing you could eat right before you go to sleep? Imagine this. You are settled in for the night, feeling good about your choice of a handful of crunchy, savory nuts. You have been told for years they are packed with heart-healthy fats and protein. But while you sleep, a silent and dangerous process could be starting in your body, all because of that seemingly innocent snack. You could wake up in the middle of the night, heart pounding, head spinning, with no idea what just happened. It is not a nightmare, it is a very real possibility, and it is a risk that doctors rarely talk about, especially for those of us over the age of 60. The truth is, while many nuts are nutritional powerhouses, eating them at the wrong time can turn them from a friend to a foe for your cardiovascular system. They can quietly thicken your blood, inflame your arteries, and send your blood pressure on a roller coaster ride, all while you are completely unaware. So, if you are someone who enjoys that little bowl of nuts by your favorite chair in the evening, I need you to listen closely. This isn't about scaring you. It is about empowering you with knowledge that could protect your health in a profound way. Let's start with one of the most popular evening snacks. Something you probably have in your kitchen right now. Salted roasted almonds. They are satisfying and so easy to eat by the handful while you are watching television, but this is where the trouble begins. With a single, powerful ingredient, sodium, a small 1-ounce serving can pack up to 200 milligrams of sodium, and let's be honest, whoever stops ate just 1 ounce. As you mindlessly snack, that sodium starts working against you. It signals your body to hold on to extra water, which increases total volume of blood circulating through your arteries. Think of your blood vessels as a network of garden hoses. During the day, they can handle some fluctuations in pressure, but at night, when your body is supposed to be in a state of rest and repair, that excess sodium is like Simeon sneaking over and cranking up the water pressure while the hose is still. And coiled, the strain on the walls of your arteries intensifies, keeping your heart working overtime when it should be resting. This sustained nighttime high blood pressure is a major, yet often overlooked, risk factor for stroke. It is not just almonds either. This brings us to that classic healthy snack, trail mix. Most store-bought versions are a triple threat loaded with salted nuts, sugar-coated dried fruits, and sometimes even chocolate candies. The salt raises your blood volume, and the sugar fuels a low-grade, chronic inflammation in the lining of your blood vessels. This combination is devastating. High pressure pushing against inflamed, weakened artery walls is the perfect recipe for a clot to form. And at night, when your blood flow naturally slows down, that clot is more likely to get stuck, potentially blocking blood flow to your heart or your brain. But the danger isn't just about salt and sugar. It can also come from the very fats that make nuts famous. Let's talk about pecans. Rich, buttery, and delicious. They feel like a comforting treat, but that buttery flavor comes from a high concentration of fats, including saturated fats. During the day, when you are active, your metabolism is fired up and can process these fats for energy. But at night, your metabolism slows to a crawl. Those fats don't get burned off. Instead, they linger in your bloodstream. This can actually increase your blood viscosity, which is a scientific way of saying it makes your blood thicker and more sluggish. Imagine your bloodstream as a flowing river. A high-fat late night turns that river into slow-moving sludge, and when you are lying still for hours, that sluggish flow creates the perfect environment for platelets to clump together and form a dangerous clot. It is a quiet, cumulative risk. One night might not hurt you, but a nightly habit of feeding pecans or other high-fat nuts can slowly stack the odds against you. Even walnuts, often hailed as the king of brain food because of their healthy omega-3 fats, can pose a similar problem. While those fats are incredibly good for you, consuming a large amount right before bed means they sit in your system for hours. This can lead to a spike in your nocturnal triglyceride levels, which, over time, contributes to the hardening and stiffening of your arteries. For some people, the high-fat content can also trigger acid reflux, disrupting your sleep and spiking hormones that further strain your heart. The key with these nuts isn't to avoid them, but to enjoy their benefits earlier in the day, giving your body ample time to digest and use those wonderful nutrients properly. Beyond the issues of fat and sodium, there is another, more subtle mechanism at play, one that involves the very chemistry of your blood vessels. This brings us to nuts like pine nuts. They are often sprinkled on salads or blended into pesto, and they have a gourmet feel, but they are incredibly high in omega-6 fatty acids. Now, your body needs omega-6 south, but they must be balanced with omega-3 south, the anti-inflammatory fats you'll find in things like salmon and flaxseed. The modern diet is already overloaded with omega-6 south, and a nightly handful of pine nuts just tips the scales further in the wrong direction. When omega-6 south dominate, they promote a state of chronic inflammation throughout your body, particularly in the delicate lining of your blood vessels. Think of your arteries again as those garden hoses. Healthy arteries are flexible and smooth, but chronic inflammation is like leaving those hoses out in the sun year after year. They become dry, brittle, and prone to cracking under pressure. A sudden spike in blood pressure during the night, perhaps from a bad dream or even just dehydration, could be enough to cause a fragile, inflamed vessel to rupture, leading to a stroke. This brings us to our final category of nuts, which includes hazelnuts and pistachios. These nuts are high in an amino acid called arginine. Arginine does something that sounds wonderful. It helps your body produce nitric oxide, which relaxes and widens your blood vessels, improving blood flow. During the day, when you are up and moving, this can be a great thing, but at night, it can create a state of what is called vascular instability, especially in older adults whose cardiovascular systems may already be a bit fragile. When your blood vessels relax too much or too quickly while you are at rest, it can cause your blood pressure to drop suddenly. Your body then overcompensates, causing your heart rate and pressure to rebound and spike. This constant back and forth, the seesaw of blood pressure, puts a huge amount of stress on your heart and brain. It is like constantly revving a car engine when it is supposed to be turned off and cooling down. Add to that the fact that most pistachios we eat are heavily salted, and you have a double whammy. The arginine is causing instability, while the sodium is driving up the pressure. It is a chaotic environment for a system that craves peace and stability during sleep. So, after hearing all of this, you might be tempted to swear off nuts forever. But please, don't. That is not the message here. This isn't a boot. It is about wisdom. It is about understanding that our bodies, especially as we get older, have different needs at different times of the day. The very same handful of walnuts that can protect your brain at lunchtime could put it at risk at bedtime. The solution is beautifully simple. Timing is everything. Enjoy your favorite nuts, but have them earlier in the day. Add them to your morning oatmeal, sprinkle them on your lunchtime salad, or have them as a mid-afternoon snack to power you through the rest of your day. By making this small, mindful shift, you give your body the chance to use all of their amazing nutrients when it is active and ready, while allowing your cardiovascular system the deep, uninterrupted rest it needs at night. You are taking back control, making a conscious choice to work with your body, not against it. You are protecting your heart, your brain, and your precious sleep, ensuring that you wake up refreshed and strong, ready for a new day, all because simple, powerful change.